it going, Shaq?
Yo, I have no idea.
No?
Mm-mm.
Why
In the
not?
in the past 40 minutes, I have cycled from uh annoyance to rage to indignation to um like kind of a, well, maybe I'm wrong, so I turned it on me,
Okay.
to uh fully turning it on, oh, maybe I am the problem, to well, hi, we're all just doing the best out here, to I don't know if I can help you, to I'm just exhausted. Uh and it all made me pull out candy corn. And so now I'm eating candy corn to try to feel better, and it is not working.
Man, that's a cycle.
That's a cycle. I don't know. That's kind of where I am now. I don't know.
when you when you try to like think maybe it's your fault, do you like legitimately consider that?
That
Like
it's my
whenever
fault.
yeah, because like I've noticed that like when I say it's my fault, I'm still thinking it's your fault. I'm just saying like really like ignorant points to still defend me while just phrasing it differently. And
Well,
I
the
feel
thing
like other
is,
people are better people than me in that regard.
what what I am upset with, and the who and the what of it all, they're not actually here with me. I'm not having this discussion with someone.
Oh,
So this
okay.
is just me by myself
Okay, so this is
being
mental.
angry. Yes, being angry at things that were said, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? And what do they think they're doing? Um they don't know about me. That's not how I work. Maybe there is something wrong with how I work. Maybe this is my ego. Maybe they do see better. Maybe this, for me, it will always, and it's very sad, but I will always end up like, nah, maybe I am doing something wrong. Now, do I fully believe it? I probably believe it about 65%
Wow.
that
Okay.
maybe I am doing something wrong. But the other 35 is like, is that right? 65, 35? Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you got it.
other, yeah, the other 35 is first questioning my math. And then second, just like, I don't know, you do have to trust your gut on some things. The other 35% is arguing with itself. So I've got arguments going on inside my gut about whether or not I should trust my gut, while I am questioning in my brain whether or not I should trust my gut. My whole body's in turmoil.
Yo.
Yeah, whatever this confidence has is that a lot of people have, even if they're faking it till they make it, at some point they've made it and they truly believe it. Or if it's just been in them all along, I'm very envious of it because I don't necessarily come from that. And yet I also have my own sense of arrogance that I I question sometimes. Sometimes it comes up and I'm like, no, I'm just right. Um but I feel like, when I feel that way, then something's going to come through and show me that I am actually wrong. But I don't know. It's sometimes it is a struggle, but as far as just like a confidence, overall confidence in my skin, that wanes. It's based day to day. It waxes and wanes like the moon.
Now,
Uh oh.
we no. I'm trying to figure out here. Like, we won't get into specifics, but
hmm
like, is this like a thing that you're gonna have to acknowledge at some point? Like, are you gonna have to like talk about it with the
Probably,
person?
maybe. I mean, I don't like confrontation.
Okay.
So I don't really want to have to talk about it. I just want it to work out. Why can't it all just work out in my favor? That's where my arrogance comes in. Why can't why can't you all just come to your senses and realize what you need to do for me, and then just do that thing.
That's fair.
It's not fair. Why should anyone else be trying to figure out what to do that's best for me? Why am I not doing that?
I
Why
mean,
am I not actively doing that? Why am I passive in what I think is best for me?
so you think the issue isn't that they're not trying, is that you're not letting them know what your issues are.
Yeah, that might be it. I think that's partially it.
Okay.
But also it could just be maybe it's just not maybe it's not meant to work out. Maybe this is just a thing that is not supposed to work out in the way that you want it to. And maybe I'm so focused on something working out in a particular way that I've got blinders on and I don't see the other ways that it can work out because
Mm.
I'm salty that the way that I want it to work out is not going to work out. That's another place where arrogance rears its head. My arrogance doesn't come up at good moments unless I'm on stage. When I'm on stage is the good moment of my arrogance.
Okay.
The rest of the time, when it shows up, it's probably not a good time. It's probably me being upset and my arrogance like backing me up, like, yeah, be upset. And when really, no, actually think this through. But it's too late. My ego shows up only to do comedy or to get mad at somebody without really knowing the reason. Oh, we mad? Okay, great. We mad. That's my arrogance is my spliff star. It's my hype man. And it's not, I don't know how often it's doing me favors except for when I'm on stage.
Oh, Sean Freaky time.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Exactly.
Is the other party aware that you're not feeling great about the situation?
I don't know. What am I going to do? Tell them?
The madness. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in here. It doesn't have to be
Oh,
this way. I'm always very difficult. I always try to pick like the difficult way of doing things because I'm like, I don't see any other way of doing it. And then it's not until like maybe the very last moment that I'm like, oh, I guess I could do this thing, but that just seemed too easy. Well, maybe it seemed easy because it's actually the thing you're supposed to do. You
yeah.
know, I don't know if I'm being lazy and picking something that's the easy way out or if that's the easy way out because that's actually how that's supposed to go. That's literally like all the powers that be going, bitch, if you don't just do it this way, while I'm in my head, like, what's the hardest way I can be, do anything? It's a
Huh.
lot. I know. I just laid a lot on everybody and
Yeah.
none of it makes any sense. And I appreciate y'all sitting through whatever that 7 minutes was. But yeah, I've gone through all of these emotions and I'm just back down to, I don't know what's going on. And I feel like a lot of people maybe have moments like that throughout their days where they're
No,
just
for
like,
sure.
what? Huh? Where? Why? Huh? I don't know. So I just went through that over the past hour. And so
Okay. I'm rooting for you as always, Sha.
yeah, I know. I
You
appreciate
know.
that. Mhm.
Um, a few things I'll point out.
Mhm.
One, you are fully allowed, obviously, to feel the full range of feelings.
Mhm.
Um, two, while I do believe in responding in a timely manner
Mhm.
to anytime I feel justifiably wronged, um, timely in real time versus emotional time is very different.
Oh,
So,
sure.
like, there's the emotional toll of going through that cycle that, like, I feel like whenever I'm in a similar place, it feels like I need an answer right in the cycle. Whereas if I just allow myself to go through it like once or twice, exhaust
Mhm.
myself, and then get calm and then address it, it's usually only been like an hour. And to the other party, it still feels like a timely response. Like right now, like it happened an hour ago, right? So like you
Right.
went through this whole cycle. You could go through the whole cycle again. And then like if you talk to that person at 2 o'clock, they just gonna be like, oh, my bad. I didn't realize that. and it's just
Right.
gonna seem like a normal amount of time to respond. So give yourself permission to go through that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I think I'll have to address the situation and the person again in a couple of hours. And I'm sure by then I'll just be like, "Okay, look, here's what it is." There won't be as much, like, pain and strife as I've gone through. It will have worked itself through.
But I will say, like, one of the things that I've I don't know if I've learned it, because maybe it's like it's just my belief system,
Mhm.
but I feel that the key to like being a successful adult is accepting that you're constantly gonna have conversations that put you in an uncomfortable place.
Right.
And the sooner you're able to like uh be okay with that and handle them more head on, the
Mhm.
easier your life becomes, right? Like I always think of like my kid brother when he got into a car accident when he was 20.
Mhm.
And when it came time to call like the cops and the insurance, he called my parents. And I'm like, yo, like you a grown man in every sense of the world's
Mhm.
opinion, right? Like they see you physically, you're an adult, you're legally an adult. You just happen to live with mom and dad. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? But like when it's time to make these phone calls, like, you're acting like a kid, even though you giving off man energy around the house, you trying to do man shit. You like, yo, I come and go as I please. That's
Mhm.
not the man side of it. That's the legalese, you free. But like real man, real adult, real woman shit, like grown-ups acknowledge that, like, yo, it's something awkward. I just gotta have this phone call, you know?
Mhm.
So like that's kind of like what it hit me. I was like, yo, like that's just all adulthood is just constantly like going through these awkward conversations that as a kid I would have not only avoided, I would have had someone else have for me.
Right, right.
As an adult we can avoid them, but
Mhm.
ideally we just figure out, yo, we just got to have this, like, let's just get
Right.
this on you know
Yeah.
and I only know this because like whenever there's something weird in my house, I'm the guy. Like I didn't ask for the job,
Mhm.
just to be clear. But I didn't realize that like when I got married and had kids, that like when something happens, people turn to me now, and I can't turn to my parents. And I would if they were here, believe me. But I they weren't. They weren't, and I realized that I had to. And like now I've gotten not necessarily comfortable with the convo, but comfortable with the idea that I have to
Mhm.
have those combos.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? I think that's the
Yeah.
gig. That's what.
Yeah,
Oh, you know.
that's what it yeah, that's absolutely what it is. So, I mean, I'll do it. It'll be fine. I'll do it at some point. I'll forget that I was mad. I don't know. I'm mad. I'm always mad, but I'm mad.
You're allowed to be shy, but you know what? You
Mhm.
got to have some cool candy corn.
Yeah, I guess.
You know.
Mhm.
You got to vent a little bit. This is the beauty of podcasting. I love podcasting because of this. We have
Hmm.
thousands of listeners that get to listen to us vent, and at the same time, there's 350 million people in this country. So like, it's also like not talking to anybody that knows you personally. It's weird, you know. Like I
That's
could yell
possible.
out
Sure.
loud, people give me feedback, and then none of those people are like my cousin.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. Sure. It's a very good bet that none of your family is listening to your podcast. Anyone out there who's listening to us and they have their own podcast, your own family's not listening to it.
At all.
So you should be fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. It depends on if anyone decides to slide in my DMs with some sort of here's what you should do. Which luckily, I do have to say, luckily, people don't do. And I appreciate that. And let's keep that up, shall we, everybody? Don't come into my DMs with any sort of suggestion on how to live my life. I ain't paying attention to you. But yeah, I mean, I guess it is. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's just it was a lot of feelings all at once,
Yeah.
and I was talking them out as I was having them to myself again, by
Okay.
myself, or to the cat. That's why the cat's here to take the brunt of all of these conversations. And then by the time of me trying to talk it out and going through that whole cycle, I was just like, yo, I think I just exhausted myself.
Yeah.
So, well, time to talk to Gastor.
I will say we have I love like how different our lives are because like just from like having like edited these episodes, like I get revved up the way you're revved up about real life shit about sandwiches.
Mhm.
Like this was me last week. I felt exactly what you felt, you know, because the heroes went up to $7 and that hurt my
Mhm.
soul, you
Right,
know.
right.
So yeah, you everybody's allowed to feel their feelings, however silly or real they are. You know, I'm glad we're here for you this week, Sha.
Thank you very much. Thank you to our listeners, our troops and correspondents.
Yeah.
I hope you haven't turned it off. If you fast forward, I understand, but I hope you haven't turned it off.
If you figured out what she's talking about, send me a DM, okay?
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Don't send it to Shy, but let's work this code out together, you
Mm.
know?
Well, nah. It's just trying to be a person out here with other
Amen.
people. That's where it gets sticky. Other people are
Madness.
also trying to be people out here. I don't care for it, but what are you going to do?
Let's get into the news, Shy.
All righty.
Emotional support alligator, Wally Gator, is up for America's favorite pet. That's right. Hard hitting news, Shy.
What?
Alligator from Pennsylvania is in the running for America's favorite pet. Wally Gator, a 7-year-old reptile who hails from the city of York, and reportedly loves to give hugs. They got arms for the is the gators.
Yeah, I feel like a hug is the prelude to a bite.
Yeah, my man's just a bad hunter.
Yeah, yeah.
I love to
Hmm.
give hugs. Is currently in the lead in a new pet popularity contest, America's favorite pet animal kingdom, which includes animals of all shapes, sizes, and species. It's currently unknown how many votes Wally Gator has, but the animal has a dedicated TikTok following with more than 68,000 people following this gator. Shy, we don't got 68,000 followers on TikTok,
I
Shy.
don't have 60 people. I don't even I'm looking right now to see how how good this gator got it.
Yo, Gator's killing it. If the Gator wins, by the way, he gets a $10,000 prize and a 2-page spread in In Touch magazine. Yo, the Gator got a publicist. Shot. Yo, we gotta step our game up out here, yo. I right behind Wally Gator in terms of votes is a chinchilla named Churro. And how's that not winning? That's awesome. These hugs got to be amazing. And a rescue dog named Hank, and a tamed wild Mustang named Sundance Sunny Kid. That name is whack. That's too long. I'm going with Chinchilla Churro.
Yeah,
Um,
Churro the chinchilla? Come
that's
on.
fire. Yo, that's kind of hard.
That's the
Dozens
best
of
that's the best name out of all. Well, I mean, Hank is a good name, no matter the animal.
Yeah, Hank is solid.
Hank is a solid pet name.
Yeah, Hank is solid. And I ain't mad at this hugging gator. I just think Chinchilla named Churro is kind of fire.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I feel like all right, I feel like Wally Gator here is probably in the lead because of those hugs. I'm sure Hank gives hugs, but
Yeah,
we've all in some way gotten a hug from a dog, so it's not novel.
right.
I don't know if this Mustang is giving hugs, but I feel like not. Because I don't want a hug from a wild Mustang because they're horses and horses are bigger than you think. And wild ones, no matter how tame Sundance Sunny Kid is still in its heart and soul a wild Mustang. So we don't know when the switch is going to flip on Sunny, right?
Nah, that's fair.
So you can't trust Sunny. So I guess I see why Wally Gator might be the one to beat because it's an alligator that gives hugs. But I also don't know if I want to trust a hug from an alligator.
Yeah, yo, that's I don't know. That feels dangerous to me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I can't vibe with it, but apparently he's like an emotional support pet. You know, he senses people's emotions. He gives them hugs to cheer them up. You know,
Mhm.
so
I
it's
don't know about this. I don't know about a gator doing all that. It just feels like a long con. Doesn't this feel like a long con?
yo, real talk. I feel like Wally gonna drop an album.
While I feel like Wally is literally, if a gator is hugging me, I feel like it's testing how tender my meat is.
You go to
Like,
sleep and it's like patting your leg. Like
yeah, just like like feeding me more butter and stuff. Like, I don't know if I trust a hug from an alligator. You know? I mean, the alligator senses emotion. Is this new? This feels new. Have alligators always sensed emotions in
nah, just
people?
Wally.
Or if it's just Wally, it's a trap. If Wally's the first alligator to be like, "You seem sad. Let Wally give you a hug." Meanwhile, he's sniffing you and trying to figure out where to start carving first. Nah, mm-mm. Give that shit to Hank.
Andy.
I know I'm a traditionalist to give it to the dog. I mean, Churro for the name alone, sure, but I mean, if we're trying to go full body, give it to Hank.
Oh, Churro hugs too. They got the same like size arms. You know.
Wait, a chinchilla is big or little?
I don't know.
I think a
Honestly,
chinchilla is like a small dog size, maybe.
I thought they were small.
Let me see.
Yeah, they are.
I'm looking.
Chinchillas are little.
Okay,
They like
chinchilla or
fit in your hand.
rodents. Oh no, I can't give a rodent any sort of prize. You know why I almost kicked a rat last night?
What? Where?
In the street where all the rats are. Yeah, it ran across me, ran across right in front of me as I was walking. I didn't have on any loud shoes. Last night there was a lot of rain, so I had on
Okay.
rain boots. So there was no kind of clomping or anything to let them know a person was going by. So I guess it probably thought it was in the clear, and that bitch
Right.
ran right out in front of me as I was stepping, and I almost kicked it, and I screamed. And I'm sure the rat probably screamed. We probably both screamed and then laughed once we got to the corner of the street.
That's awesome.
So, so I'm looking at chinchillas. They are rodents, so that's an automatic no. I
Yeah.
don't. We don't negotiate with rodents.
Yeah, I gotta say, I
We
I
don't
think
do
I
that.
was like I think chinchilla in my head is a chihuahua. Um so just full honesty here. In
Okay.
my head it's a chihuahua. I didn't know that till right now. Second,
Mm-hmm.
I was misapplying um credibility to chinchilla because I keep thinking like fur coats.
Yes. That's
You know,
also, now that I realize that a chinchilla is a rodent, I'm
I
like,
want that
y'all are
coat
out
now.
here bragging about having rat fur coats?
Right? That's just crazy. I don't want that at all. I used
Mm-mm.
to want one. I don't want one. I want to
I
look
don't
up what an
want one.
alpaca is now.
Yeah.
Are alpacas like mice too?
No, alpacas are like llamas.
Okay. Yeah. See, it should be like I feel like fur should only come from stuff like that.
From
Like
tall animals.
yeah, like it should be like a one piece. Like oh, like you should know this coat is like Jeremy the alpaca, not like
Gotcha.
not like
Okay.
an like chinchillas. You got to take out like 3 generations to make a snorkel. You know that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, to make a coat for Fat Joe back in the day, that's a lot of chinchillas.
Yeah,
I mean, then you got to dye them all pink or whatever.
that's
Like Cameron's. I mean, you got to dye all them animals pink and then you got to shave them. Like, that's a lot.
yeah, that's not for me. And I feel like I want the animal to be big because like I want to make sure they get just the fur.
Mm,
Like you can mess up and leave like a chinchilla head, and then like I'm putting on my jacket, and like I get scared because there's like a chinchilla in the cut,
sure.
you know.
Yes.
But an
Well, now,
alpaca ain't gonna like sneak onto your hoodie. You
no,
gonna
no,
see
no. An
it.
alpaca, they're going to, from the neck down, they're going to shave it. Alpacas are like roughly llama size. So, yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah. Nah, chinchilla gotta go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Uh,
it looks like Hank, I think you're my winner, Hank.
yeah, Hank the dog, you just came out ahead right there.
Yeah.
Unless they start making coats out of you.
Oh,
Uh,
no, who's gonna wear a dog fur co oh, you know
I
what?
don't know.
Let
We
me
wearing
stop.
chinchillas, yeah.
I mean, you that's right. We
Real
ain't
talk. And we
yeah.
damn sure been wearing Wally shoes and belts.
We
So
really have.
like we
I
being
mean,
real
I
picky
guess
for no
the
reason.
dog is the least wearable animal out of the top 4 right now, so
It needs this. It
yeah,
needs to win
yeah,
this award.
yeah.
Okay? It's
Hank needs us more than we know.
you know what I mean? Wally gonna live his life and then have an afterlife of use, okay? Not
That's
Hank.
true,
Hank just got his time here with us.
and that's
Okay?
it.
Give that man his flowers. Okay?
Uh,
we are throwing the full weight of this podcast behind Hank the dog. You
oh
know what I
my
mean?
goodness.
Send those votes
Mhm.
that way. Uh, in other news, Milpitas school district asking parents to let teachers move in. That's right. The Bay Area's out of control housing crisis, a shortage of properties, and rapidly rising rents has pushed some educators elsewhere. Milpitas Unified School District said some teachers and staff have left for other districts because of the high cost of living in the Santa Clara County and the Bay Area region. The school district said at the end of 2022, they lost 7 teachers who opted to move to more affordable communities. The school district sent a message to parents on a communication board asking if they could rent out vacant rooms in their homes to teachers in hopes of retaining them. We need your help in supporting our MUSDT educators. If you have a room for rent at your home and would like to share the housing opportunity with our Milpitas Unified School District educators, please fill out this Google form. If you know someone who may have room coming up for rent, please share this information with them.
Okay. If the housing costs are so high that they're losing educators
Hmm.
to other areas because they can't afford to live in the city, in the county, in the district.
Right.
Why do they think that families have extra rooms?
You don't got a spare room, B?
Do they think it's the housing costs are only affecting teachers? What on earth makes them think that the families all have just extra space?
You ain't got no free willy,
What? I
seven seven teachers need bedrooms, shot. That's it. You know? That's just 7 families that have spare bedrooms, in this public school district.
that's
That's it.
insane.
I know
Li
it's too
as
much
if
for these adults to afford apartments on their own.
right. So they think that do they think that there aren't already families probably sharing apartments now?
Oh, man.
Full
This
ass families where the sets of parents are in the bedrooms and all the kids are living in the living room. Living room just has a floor of mattresses.
Yo,
What do they think is happening that
that's
the families have extra space for the teacher? Also, who wants your teacher to live with you?
yo, for real,
Who
B.
wants your teacher to live with you?
How
What do
you
they do?
getting
Ride
this?
the school bus with you?
You
What's
know what I mean?
happening?
Yo,
Yo,
if
eat that.
you give me a C and then I gotta wait for you to brush my teeth,
Yeah,
yo,
we got
we
problems.
we got problems, B.
We got problems. All the teacher version of the books are being marked up. I'm tearing out every answer key. I'm tearing out every answer key. Now you solve for X. How about that?
Fun fact, in 6th grade, my friend Jamal, his aunt was an English teacher,
Mhm.
and he figured out that she was using the same book that we were using for English.
Mhm.
And the class went from getting like 70s on these tests to like all of us getting hundreds. And
Oh, wow.
the teacher thought she was doing exceptional work.
Oh,
She was like
wow.
really early in the game until like her third test in a row where we like crushing it. And like
Uh-huh.
she knew our effort. She knew it wasn't there. But yeah, somebody like messed up and like uh they like Xerox copies of the answer sheet, but the way they did
Right.
it is they Xeroxed it on fax paper.
Okay.
So when they came to the school with the test answers, it wasn't
Mhm.
like separate sheets. It was like a long
A
fax,
real long
the old long fax shit. So he's trying to like crumple that shit in his pocket. My man had like 180 pages connected. So he couldn't hide that shit. So he like took down the whole class. We had a great thing going, you know? It was crazy.
Wow. Well, I mean, he was truly stupid, so only he should have gone down. Because it feels like to me you should know to cut them
Yo,
into separate pages. So maybe
hubris.
he was in a class he wasn't even supposed to be in. I feel like his that English class was not like that wasn't the right one
At
for
all.
him. He should have been in just basic English and not like advanced or whatever.
That's it, you know?
Cause
But we
that's
learned that
yeah.
early, okay? And we have to stress about teachers living with us, okay?
Oh my gosh. I mean, if the teacher is related to you, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, you're helping out family. But it would be best if it's not a teacher in your
Your
school.
school.
I always feel for anyone who has to go to a school where their parent is a teacher or administrator.
Yeah.
Like, that's gotta stink. That's gotta stink, you know?
Yeah, that's
Like,
odd.
maybe don't live right in your school, you know, the zoning for the school that you teach in.
Yeah, I
Like, I feel
agree.
like you should drive a little way so that your kid isn't, like, in your school.
Yeah, that's not fair to them at all.
No. Yeah, they I mean, they're never gonna catch a break. They're never going to catch a break.
Yeah. I had one of my cousins worked in my daughter's school for like 1 year while
Mhm.
she was doing like some after school program. And yeah, I'm Dominican. I got like 30 cousins, you know, like
Sure.
so like admittedly, like I see them maybe like once or twice a year, but like I grew up with them. So I know, you know, I love them, but I don't need to see them every day to maintain that relationship.
Right.
So like she tells me, "Hey, I'm gonna be working in your kid's school." So I was like, "Oh, that's dope." So I tell Michaela, I was like, "Hey, Michaela, my cousin's gonna work in your school. Just wanted to let you know so you don't feel weird about it. You know, if there's someone that's an adult that knows you in the class." She's like, "Dad, I
Mhm.
don't know who the hell that is." So I feel completely fine. She's like,
Well, there's that.
she's like, "Dad, I probably seen that lady 5 times in my life. I don't know who that is. She is a stranger as far as I'm concerned."
Oh,
Kids are
wow, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that's a she makes an excellent point. That's
Straight up.
your cousin, not her. I ain't got shit to do with her.
Yo,
That
like
was y'all's relationship. I don't know her.
and like yo, like real talk, Michaela kept the same energy. Like because my daughter, like my cousin texted me like 6 months later. She was like, "Hey, like I saw your cousin in the program. I went to say what's up." And she
Mhm.
was like, "You know what she told me?" I was like, "Hey, I'm Crystal. I'm your dad's cousin." And your daughter said, "Oh yeah, he told me about you." Like she ain't say hi to me. She ain't
Oh, yeah, I heard you'd be making an appearance.
Kids are awesome, yo.
Oh, man. That's so funny.
In other news, a Texas school board rejects "In God We Trust" signs in Arabic. That's
Ugh.
right. The signs had the right message as required by law. One stated "In God We Trust" over a rainbow background. Another was in Arabic, but the Carroll School District in North Texas rejected the signs, saying it already had enough for its buildings. Why is more God not good? Came the retort from Shravan Krishna, a local resident who sought to donate the colorful signs at a school board meeting in South Lake, a city in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Board president Cameron Bryan did not take up that question, saying only that by accepting an earlier donation at its August 15th meeting, the school district had enough signs for all 11 campuses and its office buildings.
Look,
We good. We good.
yeah, Mr. Krishna here with the why is more God not good? Yo,
You know
that
what you're
is,
doing.
yeah, that's expert. Love it. Love it. Love this energy. Love this energy. I thought y'all love God.
Yeah. Why
The
not?
sign says, in God we trust, just like you like. What's the problem? Why are you trying to hurt God?
Come on.
Do you want to hurt his feelings? I love it. I love it.
This is what God wants, baby. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We just
Oh,
acknowledging it
man.
openly on these rainbow colored posters, you know? Don't you love rainbows?
I
Don't
mean,
you love God?
I see here that it says that there's a recent law that
Yeah.
requires public schools to display a poster bearing "In God We Trust." The law's main requirements are that the poster include the state and U.S. flags, and that the school don't pay for them. Y'all got to what? So there is a Texas law that requires public schools to
Mhm.
put up a poster that says "In God We Trust,"
Yep.
and it must have the state and the US flags, and the school doesn't have to pay for them.
That's it, baby.
What
You're a
is
local.
that?
If
What
you're a
is
local
that?
artist, do it for the love, baby.
What? I don't understand why. Okay. So like that law, I'm still stuck on the law. Here's what you have to do. And y'all ain't supposed to pay for it. You got to get somebody else to pay. What does that mean? Why, if the government wants you to do that, why didn't the government give you the signs?
Oh, that's
I'm
Texas, baby.
sorry. What are y'all doing? Look, all loved ones in Texas, get out.
For real, B.
Everybody that I love in Texas, get the fuck out. They wildin'. This law doesn't even make sense. So that's what this Krishna guy and everybody and other people are testing the limits of it. So I guess the what was he? The board president said the statute does not contemplate requiring the district to display more than one copy at a time. But
Yep.
Krishna said that the law doesn't refer to how many posters should be displayed. It doesn't say you have to just stop at one. So that is your decision to stop at one. I
Yep.
think it's kind of un American to reject posters of our national motto. Krishna ain't fucking with y'all.
Yo, Christian came with the
Yo,
heat,
he
yo.
came with the heat. Look, yeah, I got it. Here's a rainbow. Who doesn't love rainbows? Children love rainbows.
Yo, also
But
shout outs to his co-speaker, Jennifer Shutter, who later pointed out that the posters had been designed by current and former students in South Lake. And so, like, yo, they brought they came ready with the ammo. Like, yo, this is artwork, son, by the student body.
it's what you want. Y'all don't have to. These are gifts. These are free. This is what the law wants. Here's your sign. If I may quote poet laureate Bill Engvall, here's your sign.
Oh man. I
Wow.
respect to y'all trying to like snap some reality back over there in Texas. Now, I mean, hold it down. I'm rooting for y'all. I do not think you're gonna win, but
You
man,
might keep
fight
at
the
it.
good fight. Yeah, this is dope.
Keep at it because this makes them look real stupid.
Real
This
talk.
makes and I don't know. I mean, I know to some extent people don't care how stupid they look at some point if they think they are in power. Because they think it's impossible to look stupid because they are in power. And to that I say, what? But like I say keep at it. Keep on giving them signs, Mr.
Amen.
Krishna.
That's it.
Because
Just start putting them up.
this shit is hilarious and they need to just have people going at them over this law in particular is especially stupid. It makes
Mhm.
no sense. Let them have it. Let the chopper sing. I don't like I don't understand any of this. This makes no sense.
This is awesome. They all framed too. Like they legit look dope.
Yeah, they really I mean, they're if you like that kind of sign, it's a nice sign.
Oh man. In other news, the collabo we've been waiting for, Sha. That's right.
Is it?
McDonald's to
Okay.
give away UGG style chicken nugget inspired shoes, Sha. That's
Nope.
right.
What? I don't even understand. Okay, go on and read it. Go on and read it.
McDonald's has created UGG style slippers inspired by chicken nuggets, and they'll be giving them away for 6 hours only in Australia. Named the Nuggies, these booties have been designed to resemble chicken nuggets, right down to the texture, according to the fast food giant. A claim that feels impossible yet intriguing. In keeping with the theme, these nugget booties will arrive at your door in a giant sauce packet instead of the typical shoebox. We are excited to bring Nuggies to life, combining two iconic Aussie favorites that are perfect for a comfy night in, said McDonald's senior brand manager Liz Whitbread in a press release. Hell
Okay.
yeah, Sha. Six
So,
hours, baby. We're giving out chicken nugget shoes.
are they shaped like the boot nugget?
Yeah, I would assume they're shaped like the boot nugget and feel like the boot nugget. The color I think Uggs already had,
Yeah,
you know?
because I'm looking at this UGG and I'm like, that can't be it because that just looks like a tan UGG.
Yeah, I was like, they already did it. Yeah, they've been doing this
Yeah,
for years.
but, also, like, how does it feel like a chicken nugget?
I was
Does it leave a greasy film on your fingers when you touch it, every time you touch it?
Every time you put on your shoe, you gotta wipe your fingers on your
You gotta
pants.
wipe your hand yeah, like,
Come
what
on,
is
B.
that? Mm.
I will
Will
say
the
though, the
will
nut
the what were you gonna say?
no, packing it in the nugget sauce thing is brilliant.
Yeah, that is funny. I mean, that
That's
is
fire.
funny, but, I mean, I don't know if I want my shoe to feel like a nugget. I don't like, when my nugget feels like a I don't know, it just feels weird.
It's an odd combo. I don't know who
Who
thought of this.
okayed this? Yeah, who okayed this? That's what I wanna know.
It's
Who stepped to who first? Did McDonald's go to Uggs like, "Hey, we wanna make a boot-shaped nugget boot." Like, what?
so we've been thinking.
Yeah, or it was Uggs like, "You know what would be so funny if we made a boot that was just like the McNugget."
There was a lot of people saying this was inspired by the KFC Crocs collabo. Um,
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
yeah. So, it could be, just a thing that's happening. Food and shoes collabing.
That's ridiculous.
I would have thought like McDonald's would try to figure out like a Nike thing. But I guess this is the easier pivot. It already does have the color.
It does, I mean, and they have a food that is shaped like a boot.
Yeah, that's kind of strong. You're right.
So, I understand how we got here, but I don't know if it was a trip we needed to take. Mm,
Uggs and
yeah.
Nugs. I'm loving it. That is what it's on
Mhm.
the low packaging.
I
Uh
do like the packaging though, like, if you wanted to just send me another type of shoe in that nuggy packaging, that would make me happy.
that's legit heat. I'm impressed with that.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
Like the top where the box top would be, it looks like, you peel off the top of a sauce. It's very well done.
Yeah. I
I will
dig
say
that.
that.
There you go. Look at that. Sha might
But,
buy some yet.
no, you're not. You're not going all the way to Australia for something that I think already happened. You're not going back in time to get these damn Uggy Nuggy boots or whatever they're called.
I'm a stock X this shit, okay?
Oh, you might be able to do that, but
Yeah.
I still think you shouldn't.
McNugget, McNugget Uggs. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cop some McNugget Uggs. Nuggies, right? See if they come up.
Yeah. Are you looking for it now?
Hell yeah. Nah, they did not, sadly. The
Oh,
50 people
hmm.
that won them are diehard fans apparently. No StockX love for me.
Keep checking.
Yeah, yo, I'm gonna keep my hopes up. I
Keep
wanna
checking. I mean, if they made the nugs in peanut oil, someone's going to be allergic and they're going to have to get rid of them.
my
So
feet
keep looking.
keep hope alive for me, okay, y'all? Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Don't give up the ghost on this one. I think it may be there.
there we go. I haven't bought some new kicks in a while too. That's a good expansion. I like that.
Yo, if you end up with these McDonald McNugget UGG boots, they absolutely must become a part of your uniform now,
Oh
like
yeah, I
on
think so.
stage.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been pushing with the Diodoras because of the Ivan Dragos a lot. I've been doing that a lot on stage lately. That's been fun
Okay.
because like
But
you get to see his face on it, and I
mhm.
have to like explain that it's a Rocky thing and not like a pro Russia thing.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
right.
right now that's like sensitive. So I'm like,
Yes,
yeah,
for
I'm not
sure.
rooting for Russia. I'm just a fan of Rocky, and this colorway look cool.
But here's the thing, if you get these Nuggy boots, you cannot mention that they are McDonald's McNugget UGG boots. I want you to just stand up there and tell your jokes as you would tell them and have people go, "Does this dude realize he's wearing tan, oily looking Uggs?"
Nobody want to follow me on stage no more. They all slipping
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, and also I kinda want some McNuggets, don't you? You
Hell
know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah, I want it to look like that where you never mention it, but people kind of figure out what's happening and wait for you to say something and you won't. You just won't.
ever, ever. Okay. Only people that know is us, and the listeners of the pod. That's it. We
Right.
gonna be in on this game.
Man, I hope you
McNuggets
end
on
up
the
with
low.
some.
Hey, I'm gonna find them now. That's it. Put the word out. In other news, a female quote unquote vampire found in a 17th century grave with the sickle across her throat. That's right. Polish archaeologists have uncovered the remains of a woman thought to be a vampire. The grave for the female vampire dates back to the 17th century when fears about people returning from the dead were still prevalent. To keep this from happening, the sharp blade of a sickle was placed across her neck. It would cut off her head if she rose from the grave. The researchers also found the padlock on one of her big toes. It's not one of Buffy's vampire slaying tricks, but other graves unearthed in Eastern Europe have similar anti vampire burial methods. The find,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
no,
I
no,
have a
no,
picture of the skull with the sickle across its throat.
yeah,
And so, it's decayed, it's just the skull, but the teeth are there. Those eye teeth are not strong enough. There are no fangs. She wasn't a vampire.
yeah.
Those are just
Listen,
regular looking teeth.
it's a regular lady.
Yeah, but
When are we gonna
also
start trusting women, yo?
I know.
Sincerely, man. Like, if you
Why
don't
would she
trust her
be a
her whole life,
vampire?
fine, yo. But she dead. You still don't trust that like she
Yeah,
ain't gonna come after you
that
after she
is
died.
that's wild that was policy. That
Yo,
they were just like, "Yo, we think they may I don't know if she really gonna be dead, so just in case, let's put a blade over their throat, so when
yeah,
they sit up, they decapitate themselves.
straight up. And somebody said, nah, that's
Just in case."
yo, but was wild somebody did that and then looked at it and said, nah, that's not enough. Chain her by the toe, too. You know, like she still might get away headless, dead.
Right, that's true. I mean, I think if you cut a chicken's head off, they will continue to run around for a minute. So,
Yo, we've
yeah, I don't know how far they think she's gonna get without a head, but I'm sure, like, also keeping a toe behind will probably stop her. It'll throw off her balance.
there you go. This was a burial site in the state of Texas. Um, it's really not. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. This is weird as shit to me. This lady looks very like her skull looks very normal. Every one of her teeth look normal. Nothing about
Oh,
this.
what's What's funny is this says the team said that a silk cap was found on the woman's skull, suggesting she was of high status. So, I mean, she still had her bonnet on.
Yo.
Now just gonna be putting a blade across her throat. Come
Now,
on,
man,
let the woman live.
let
She
her
was still
rock,
trying to
B.
look good. Yeah.
She had waves, you know what I mean?
I know.
Come on, B, let
She
her
just
rock.
didn't have any frizz. It wasn't a do-rag. She wasn't trying to get waves. Then again, we don't know. We don't know.
We don't
But
know, B. If she was a vampire, you never know what she got going on. She could live forever. She got the patience to make them shits look fire. You know what I mean?
Maybe. That's true. You make a good point there.
Telling you. Wave check. The FBI. FBI found 48 empty folders that had contained classified documents at Trump's house. The FBI search of former President Donald Trump's Florida club and residence last month turned up 48 empty folders marked as containing classified information, a newly disclosed court filing shows. The filing detailed the list of items retrieved in the search, along with the empty folders. With classified markings, the FBI discovered 40 more empty folders that said they contained sensitive documents. The user should return to staff, secretary, or military aid. It also said the agents found 7 documents marked as top secret in Mr. Trump's office and 11 more in the storage room. A list accompanying the court filing from the Justice Department did not say whether all the contents of the folder had been recovered, but the filing noted that the inquiry into Mr. Trump's handling of the documents remained an active criminal investigation. Among the items found in one box, 30 news clippings dated from 2008 to 2019, 3 articles of clothing or gift items, 1 book, 11 government documents marked as confidential, 21 marked as secret, and 255 government documents or photographs with no classification markings. The listing suggests the files Mr. Trump took to his Florida home were stored in a slapdash manner and appeared to underline concerns that he had not followed rules for protecting national security secrets.
I okay. I I can't I can believe it on Trump's end. I can't believe I I don't know, maybe I can believe it. It just makes me sad that he literally was like, "Give them empty folders." His whole presidency has been, "Give them blank sheets of paper. Give them empty folders. Just stack up a bunch of binders." Like, it's all for show. Of course he thought he could do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then throw the important, confidential, secret government papers in the same box as Christmas decorations and clothing you meant to drop off at Goodwill.
They'll never look there, Sha.
They'll never look there. I just like, I can believe it because he's already done that kind of shit to us before and we called it out before. But I can't believe, I don't know. I still, part of me is just like, I can't believe he's still getting away with this shit. Like he's not, I mean, they're telling folks, yeah, no, he gave us empty folders. But I feel like when you get in there and they're like, here's the stuff right here. No one thought to pick up one of the folders and just flip through it to make sure you had your shit. Nobody counts the money as it comes out of the ATM machine to make sure they gave you the right number of what they were supposed to give you.
For real. Trust but verify.
Because once you step away from it, it's yours now. I don't know. Maybe those 20s blew away. But while you're standing in front of it, while you're standing in front of the teller, if you can even remember those guys, you needed to count that shit in front of them to make sure that they did what they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody opens the carton of eggs to make sure none of them are cracked. How are y'all living your lives out here? Y'all trust Donald Trump to give you the shit? He ain't never getting locked up. He ain't never getting locked up. Y'all just took them folders like, yep, I guess this is it. And then got back and then went on a holiday weekend and then came back and was like, Yeah, let's go on and fuck with them folders now. Uh-oh.
This ain't what you said.
Uh,
It's so much of this bothered me. Like, one, exactly what you said.
mhm.
What about Trump said, yo, we can trust this dude. Let's keep it moving. We'll check in on this later. Two, yeah. Nah, he good. He good. I trust
Yeah,
his
he good.
word.
He good for it.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Two, this felt like it felt like for Trump to be a successful president, they
Mhm.
had to simplify the system. You know how when you 13 and you get like your first job at like McDonald's and you realize that the cash register got no numbers, it just got pictures, because they don't
Right.
want you doing math. They just, just press the burger if somebody says burger. Okay?
Right.
That's what it
Mhm.
felt like. Like, yo, listen, Trump, this is important information. You know how you know it's important? We're giving it to you in a folder that says important information. Like,
Right.
they couldn't just trust this dude to figure out what matters about this job. They literally had to give him folders printed out that said, yo, this is classified, my G. You know how you know it's classified? There's a big stamp on it that says classified. Like, that's like cartoon shit. I feel like we shouldn't be having folders that tell you if something is like that.
But here's the thing. I'm willing to bet they did not give it to him in folders that said top secret on it.
Right.
I think he had people go out and clear out a fucking staple of all its manila folders and then had a fucking stamp made. And I think it says top secret on it, but the R is reversed. Like, I feel like they made up those folders.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, put secret. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's what
The big
it
word.
looks like. Like confident scratch out, confident scratch out, top secret. I feel like that's what's written on the front of those fucking folders.
This is madness.
I think that's what he probably has his son Baron doing, is making these bootleg folders.
You want your billions? Okay.
You
You got
gotta
some
earn it.
projects. Yeah, you got to earn them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta stay home this summer and work on this.
Hey,
Like,
man.
because I'm sure that the papers came in various attaches and briefcases and things with locks on them and shit,
Yeah.
because there's the theater of the White House. So I'm sure that there are things that are put away that you literally could just be like, nah, that file cabinet has all the confidential shit. You can barely lift it. It's like a fireproof safe. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
it's all in that. So if something happens here, all that shit's safe. But there's certainly the theater of the White House of just like, these are how we do things. It feels very important and blah and blah and blah. And I bet that there's a whole unveiling and they got to lower everything to candlelight. And you know what I mean? I bet there's a weird, creepy children's choir that sings as you get the nuclear codes and shit. But they just took that stuff and they were like, hey, throw that in my trunk. Throw that shit in my trunk.
Yeah, B.
Oh, they want something? Go out and buy some folders and tell them it's in that. And the Department of Justice dumbass was like, I mean, they gave us, it says top secret on it, but then opened it and went, dope.
You know what I mean? Yo,
Yeah.
who's out here who getting article clippings?
I mean, that's also, see, that's the personal thing of Trump's because he kept any article clipping about himself.
Oh, in the
That's the
2000s?
narcissist. Yeah, absolutely he did. Absolutely, because he used to send copies of it to people of just like, here's what so and so said about me. I don't know why you don't like me, but they like me in this, and he'd send copies. Old people shit. When a great aunt or a grandparent sees something in the paper and they think of you and they cut it out of the paper and you get a letter, you're just like, a letter, and you open it up and it's from your great aunt, and they're just like, I know that you like to tell jokes, and there was a clown at the hospital this week, and here's an article about it, and it made me think of you. That's just old people shit. That's what they do.
Low key, that was beautiful. I really hope that aunt was real. Hope that whole story was real. So that was
It
heartwarming.
was not real. No, no one has done that for me.
I was like, oh, for real? Like, yo, it's dope, yo.
No, no, I'm an old lady. Nobody thought of me. Anybody who would have done that for me is dead by now.
Yeah, that legit moved me. I was like, oh shit, that's beautiful,
yeah, no, But that is the kind of thing that old people do. But unfortunately, Trump being the kind of person he is, he does it the opposite way. So if someone writes some shit about you that he doesn't like, he would get copies of it. He'd save it. He'd make copies of it, and then he'd write something vile on it and send that back to you in the mail. Or he'd copy where someone said something nice about him and send that to you and be like, I don't know why you don't like me. This guy over here at the New York Post loves me. Like, that's the kind of shit he does. So I absolutely believe he had articles dated from 2008 or whatever it was. I'm surprised that's all that was in that particular box. I'm sure there are more. I'm sure that's more organized than the confidential papers that he stole from the White House. Ask him to put his hands on what, some GQ magazine said about him in passing. And I bet he can put his hand right on it. Bring it up immediately. Here it is. Hard copy. The actual magazine. Ask him where them codes are. He don't know.
If you would like, for the War Report to collaborate with your local senior centers in a new business venture.
Oh, no.
Where we send you care packets of articles that have been cut out that are semi-related to your life. You know what I mean?
Wait, actually, that's not a bad idea.
I'm telling you, yo, this is a dope venture. Help the old people with their arthritis, remind them how to use scissors and shit. Give them something to do with their time.
Also gives them actual sharp scissors. Go into any elder relative, go into their house and use their scissors. They are the dullest thing. Every older person in your family, their scissors they've had them since, Eisenhower was an op. Like, they're made of water. They can't cut air. Every single one. And I don't know why that is, but go through young people, go to your grandparents, great aunts, switch out to get them new scissors.
Real talk. My grandma's why I know scissors could rust. You know what I mean?
See,
I didn't know they were brown. I know they could be like that color, but they can.
Yeah. I remember buying scissors for my parents. And my mother was like, why would you do that? We have 3 pairs of scissors. I was like, and they can't cut shit. That's why. I'm tired of coming over here and just gnawing things out with my teeth. I can't do it anymore. I don't know when you got this old, but here we are.
You ain't cutting right, okay?
Yeah. So that would be part of our outreach program with senior centers, is to replace all their scissors.
That's it. Community service right here at the War Report, baby. You know what I mean? If you are an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You gonna let these poor 80, 90-year-old people cut out articles for you with those old scissors? You hateful, son. 5 stars, we getting pristine scissors, various colors, so you can tell them apart even if you got cataracts. You know which scissors belong to you. Okay? Do you have any articles you want us to cover? Please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Props this week to Call Me Uzi, Brandy Spain, and Lori McDaniel. Really appreciate all of y'all for sending stuff in. With all that said, I am the soon-to-be receiving heartwarming cutouts, Gastor Almonte. Always with the visionary of this new business venture, Shalewa Sharpe. This has been a heartwarming episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time.
It's been
Expect your cutout soon. Peace.